In this video I want to talk about clothing. Clothing is a gigantic theme if we want to create AI art. We assume that we have, for example, a picture of a jacket, and I have purposely used an awful picture. So you see the picture is really low resolution, but I only want to show you that even such low resolution is working with these. And I want to show you how we can wear this thing on different people. Or at least a really similar thing. Later I also want to show you how we can wear exactly this thing on different people, and we will do it so that every single point is on the same spot as you see here. So not only similar, but exactly this. I will also show you how you can create this stuff, but more on that later. So you can make really product placements and a lot of stuff, but first let's just start with the easiest one. We want to create characters that are wearing this jacket. The first thing that I want to do is to make a man, because this jacket is most likely worn by a man. A man, dark hair, brown eyes, wearing a jacket, brown shoes, white background, full body view. Then we go on input image, of course, and now we throw our jacket in it. I have my jacket here. We throw it in there. We need to press on image prompt. Like I said, this will not be completely perfect, but this will be really easy, and we will create something that is also really similar to this one. I like the stop at 0.7 or 0.8 for this purpose, and also the weight at 0.7 or 0.8. Now we simply press create. And now we have something that looks really similar to the jacket that I have uploaded, but for me it's not similar enough. First I want to change the aspect ratio. I think 1:2 should work better, because right now we do not have any shoes in it. And I have also changed the prompt right now a little bit. A man wearing a jacket, modeling with a jacket, dark hair, brown eyes, and so on. You know the game. The next thing that I want to do is the stop at. I want to increase it to 0.9 and also the weight to roughly 0.9, because I think we can make it a bit more similar, and press generate. Now the jacket is a lot more similar, and especially this picture, I think this picture got nearly perfect. We have our brown shoes, we have everything just like we want. The only thing that is not completely perfect is maybe the logo of this one. So the logo is the only thing that is not perfect, and we can still increase the stop at, we can still increase the weight. Let's just make one last thing with the stop at 9.7, at the weight at 9.9. I think now we guess it. But we want to combine it with two things. Let's just throw him down here. And I want to have, for example, the Barakani control net for this one, and also I want to include the face swap, because I think this guy is good looking, and I want to change the resolution to, for example, like 4:7 or something like this, and now we press generate, because I think he should wearing our jacket. Okay, maybe I should also delete the full body view and the shoes, because we don't have any shoes in this picture. So I want to delete it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, I let rerun this prompt. Seems to work also with my dump prompt. First picture is okay. Maybe the aspect ratio is a bit too small. Let's just run once again with 7:9. And now you see, I think it's working relatively good. You see, our guy is wearing our jacket, and we did it the most easiest way ever. But of course the jacket is not completely perfect. But we will come to these, don't worry. These are just the simpler plans, so if you want to market, for example, a jacket that simply looks similar, no problem, you can do this. Now I want to show you something similar. Let's just assume that we want to inpaint someone with this thing. This is also no problem. Let's just assume that you have a picture on your PC, for example this right here. I have generated this previously, and now we want that this guy is wearing this jacket. How we could possibly do that? First of all, we delete it because we don't need him here. We simply go on aspect ratio that's right for us. We go on inpaint and outpaint. We include our guy in inpaint and outpaint and delete her. So here. Now the next thing on image prompt, we can go a little bit down with these so that it doesn't get wired. Let's just say roughly at 0.8 was like somehow the sweet spot, I think. The next thing that we need to do is, of course, in Inpaint or Outpaint, we need to mark what or where he should wearing this jacket. We simply mark all of it. And of course you did not have to be that precise with this thing, because we simply recreate all of this. And then the next thing is of course to press on Advanced, the developer debug mode, Control, Mixing Image Prompt and Inpaint. And the prompt is fine, so we press Generate. Because we are mixing the image prompt, this thing here, with the Inpaint or Outpaint, and that's why we are able to let this guy wearing this jacket, like roughly this jacket. And of course, if you have better resolution for your jacket, this will also work better. And there we have it. You see our guy is wearing right now our jacket. So this was the previous picture. Let's just make it a bit smaller so that we can throw it in here. You see our guy is wearing right now our jacket. The next thing that I want to show you is of course how you can be more specific. Like I said, I want that a girl is wearing exactly this thing here. Now how we could possibly do that, I will show you. First of all, you need to find the right dress for you. Of course, and this is also a stupid example, this is not a good example. I just googled dress and I pressed on pictures and I just used a random dress from Google. You can simply click on one of these dresses and download them. This is just an example, so this is not like marketing for a specific dress. The best thing that you can have is a dress like this or a dress like that, for example. You should simply find the dress and only the dress, and then you can also crop it to the right resolution. I have this dress, I think, in 124 by 124. The next thing is we go back into focus, then we go in Inpaint or Outpaint, we delete this one, and what's important right now is enable advanced masking features, and now we upload our picture, and what we want to do right now is to generate a mask for this. The next thing that you need to use is the right model for these. I like, generally speaking, always the SAM model, so the segment anything model. As soon as you have done these, you can also write a prompt if you want to segment specific parts, but for our purpose it's simply like just this one. And then we press generate mask from image and we will generate a mask. So we will simply get a black and white image with a perfect mask from these. There we have our mask. If we would generate a picture right now, we would recreate this dress. So we would create stuff that is inside of these. The thing that is outside of this will get recreated. But what we want to do is to press invert mask when generating, and then we will create the stuff that is outside of the dress, but the dress will remain unchanged because we mask this dress. The next thing is that we press of course Advanced and the developer debug mode because we need to make a few settings here. Inpaint, and here on the Inpaint perspective field we should play with these. For the first generation you can also leave it at the default settings, but what I like to do is to increase the Inpaint perspective field to 1 to the maximum capacity so that the diffusion model can see the entire picture. It's most of the time better. And also important, if you are on control and if you have still mix image prompt and Inpaint included, please exclude it because we do not want to do this in that manner. So Inpaint perspective field at 1, we created our mask, we have inverted our mask, and if we write something right now in our prompt, we will create stuff that is outside of this dress. So we are able to recreate things that are outside. And now I want to create a woman that is wearing the dress with a good prompt. My prompt is something like this. Beautiful lady wearing a red dress, full body view, red shoes, on the beach, freckles, big smile, brown hazel eyes, ponytail, dark makeup, hyper detailed photography, soft light. Now we press generate and I am relatively sure that we can create a woman that is wearing the dress, and then I want to show you some special settings so that we can make the edges even a little bit better. But let's just see first how this is looking. Basically you see our dress remains completely the same and we are recreating the woman around it. And we get pictures and the pictures are good. just the thing, like I have misspelled beach, but I hope that you can see that we have exactly our dress. On the first one we have also recreated this stuff down here, so this is not perfect, but this is perfect. We can also, wearing a red dress, we can also delete this, for example, full body view. Now I also want to fix the beach, because she should be on the beach. We don't have to use these red shoes because I think the aspect ratio does not allow us to create shoes. We have too little space, so I just want to delete also my shoes. If we would use a different aspect ratio, of course this would work. So I just want to delete also the shoes right now. So beautiful lady, the full body view, we don't need it. On the beach, freckles, big smile, brown hairstyles, ponytail, and so on. I think right now we have a good prompt for these. And I press create once again, and then I will show you how we can smooth out the edges, because the edges are not perfect. Now we have 3 different pictures of a woman that is wearing exactly our dress. So you can see it because we don't ever change this dress. You see, we have exactly this dress. Every point is where it was because we never ever touch this thing right here. We simply include it in our picture and generate the stuff around it completely new. Please don't worry about the faces because we can fix the faces with the inpainting. I hope you know this. Same thing is true, of course, for the hands. So we can simply fix all of this stuff. The only thing that I don't really love is maybe the edges here. Sometimes the edges look a little bit too static, I think. But we can improve this by a lot if we simply do this, and let's just hope that my Colab notebook is not down right now. Let's just hope that it still works, and if not, I'll switch to local. So what we want to do is to go down, mask, erode or delete, and if we go with this at 1, we can smooth out the edges a little bit. I want to create it, and if it's still a little bit too static, we can go also up to 2. So mask, erode or delete, this is here a powerful tool. Maybe we are changing some stuff, so we are smoothing out the edges. So it's possible that some things here are no longer completely the same as in this picture. I hope you will see it. Yes, so here we have smoothed out too much, I think, but I hope you get the general thing here what we are doing. We can also decrease the in-paint perspective field a little bit. We can also play with this thing a little bit with mask, erode or delete. It's generally speaking, if we increase this, the diffusion model has more creativity on smoothing out these edges. Yeah, the second picture, I must admit it, the second picture is good. The third picture seems to be, yeah, the third picture is a mess, because the third picture smoothed out too much and it's not smooth at all anymore. I think the second picture would be perfect, because we have exactly our things. Down here we have smoothed it out a little bit, and the rest of it is completely the same as our picture. Now we only improve the face and then we are ready to rock. And how you do that, of course, you already know it. We can do this really simple, and we can also, if you would, for example, like to have the full face here, or maybe the feet, you can do the outpainting. I just want to show you how we could go on with these. Of course, you simply go here on Inpaint or Outpaint, you simply close this down. We don't want to invert mask anymore. We don't want to have here the advanced inpainting. We just want to have normal inpainting. We would just throw this down, for example. And now you can do inpainting or outpainting. If you do, for example, the default model, you can outpaint to the top or to the bottom or whatever you like. I hope you get it. Like, let's just outpaint it to the top a little bit, so that we can create, for example, a picture with the full face here with her, or with the feet, however you like. You can simply create it, and you can also fix the face if you simply, let's just say something like this, if you simply do this right here and then go on improve details, you are able to work with all of these. It's really that easy. So here you see we get the full face. We can also improve the full face if you like. I think we should do that. I want to close this down. We skip these because I think we also skip the second one, because I think this right now is good. I want to rework it with this one here. Let's just improve the face a little bit. So we simply copy this face. Then we use the improved details. We press generate so that we get a little bit of a better face. And you see also here, we have the in-paint perspective field right now at 0 because we have used the improve face and improve details model, and we are able to create everything seamlessly and perfect. So you see right now our face get fixed. The first picture was an immediate hit here, so we could also skip the next one, or let's just recreate it. It does not really matter. I just want to stop it now. We have two perfect pictures. So you see it, this is the power of Stable Diffusion. We have full control. We have started with this picture. Okay, don't mess it up. So we have started with this picture, and now our model is wearing our picture, and you can mark it like different clothes. You can do whatever you want. This is really the superpower of Stable Diffusion. Exactly, our clothing are on our AI influencer. You can market clothes, and in the next video I want to show you how you can market other products, because you can market everything that you want with these things. So, in that manner you know how it works. I want to give you a quick run once again. First, you need to find the right clothes. You can Google them, and of course if you want to market them, people will send them to you. So like if you have already an AI influencer and you want to market stuff, people will send you products. Then you give them the right resolution. Most of the time 1:1 works perfect. You go into focus, and in focus you go on Inpaint or Outpaint, and you need to use the advanced Inpainting feature. You can upload your stuff and create a mask with the Segment Anything model. As soon as you have your mask, you want to invert your mask because you want to recreate everything but not the thing that you have uploaded. Then the next thing is that you should maybe play with the in-paint perspective field and just go up to 1. You can also play between 0, 6 and 1. And you can also play with mask, erode or delete. Generally speaking, just start with 0. If the picture is too static and you want to smooth out the edges, go to 1 or 2 and you will get a little bit of smoother edges. That's the superpower of Stable Diffusion. You are turning pro in Stable Diffusion. See you in the next one.